So I guess we're going to start off with the accents. The accents were bad, and Zane Vietnam, homie, run the theme.
If you want a movie review, look no further than these dudes. You got Real Buzz Rob on the mic, you got Cannabis Keenan, he's alright. Caitlin is giving all she can give, and Calvin doesn't even know where he is. This is Real Buzz Takes with the Real Buzz Crew.
Welcome to another edition of Real Buzz Takes. We're the Real Buzz Crew. I'm Real Buzz Rob, and we're no longer doing drops for audio reasons because it's a long story. I spent a long time with the guy making stuff work with the video. I can't do drops anymore.
Raging Rob.
What do you mean by drops?
Well, I can do like these, like anything.
The little goofy thing.
I can't.
I liked
I can't do drops from the computer. I can do them on the board, but they're already full up. I only have 8 cues in my bank.
Oh, well.
To my left,
Shall we
have.
buy you some more cues?
Well, you can't really do that. They come on the board, so
You can't hook more buttons up?
not that I know of. If you know how, I would love to hook more buttons up.
Get more buttons.
I got a lot of DJ friends. How do I hook more buttons up?
That's kind of insulting because I'm one of your DJ friends.
No, but like real DJs.
Like real DJ.
No, but ones that know what they're doing.
Yeah, no, like
The ones that have more buttons.
actual DJs.
And to my left, we have our resident medical expert and mom of the pod, Caitlin. Say hello, Caitlin. And we have a very special guest on the pod today. He is the former CEO of Mammoth Media. It's his 3rd appearance on the podcast, and he is a feature film producer, Chris Hawkins. It's not on you right now.
That's one of the drops. That's one of the drops is an applause.
Yep, that is one of the drops.
For
Yay.
a good joke. Yeah.
I'm back Tokyo Drift style.
What do you mean?
The third fast.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, man. You always have the dopest references, bro.
Just the
What
dopest
3 movies
ones.
have you done?
We
that
did
Robin Hood?
Robin Hood.
Uh-huh.
Maybe the one you were on, we never released the first one, though. The town.
We're on the town,
No.
but I thought I was on another one.
You were.
Robin Hood.
No,
Robin
that,
Hood.
and then this one, and then there's a 3rd one, I think.
I don't remember.
That's been released?
Maybe.
I don't think
I thought there was a
so.
third. Maybe there wasn't.
It's neither here nor there.
We could ask my mom. She listens to all of them.
Oh, Linda?
No, I know there was one that was released.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I
Huh?
told my mom we wanted to bring back
Not
Linda's
important.
Corner, and she's like, but I'm not watching The Tax Collector. I was like, that's fine.
No, Linda's rules are she won't watch the movie unless it's free.
Well, we gave her Plex now, so it should be
Oh, well, then she should watch The Tax Collector.
not. I told her it was boring.
Oh, no, funny story. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and because Keenan's out, COVID Keenan, that's what I'm going to call him now.
I was going to call him Corn Keenan.
Corn?
Quarren?
Keenan.
Oh,
Keenan?
Quarren Keenan. That's good, too. God, you're just going right over my head today, Foof.
Somebody didn't get enough sleep.
No, I didn't. I drank way too much last night.
Then that sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, it is.
Was it a lot of Bush Light?
No.
That's good, because I was gonna make fun of you
like-
if you got drunk off Bush Light.
Was
It's
it
Coors Light. What's wrong with...
Natterday?
I have
Natterday.
natural light
Natterday.
seltzers.
Anyways, we're off track here. The movie we are going to be reviewing today is The Tax Collector. It was released a couple of weeks ago, 8/7/2020.
This is the newest movie we've ever done.
Yes, Calvin, just so you know, this is the newest movie we've ever done. It's literally weeks old.
It's an infant, a literal basic fetus.
So
Ew.
there could be
Ugh.
spoilers for the people that haven't.
Yeah, spoiler alert, watch the movie first.
Did you call this movie a fetus?
Yes.
Gross.
I think it's a
We were just talking about
baby by
making
this time.
kids.
If it's out, it's a baby.
Can't handle the fetus. Can't handle the action that makes the fetus. Think about that.
No, I can... Okay. The director was David Ayer. Before this, David Ayer, one of my favorite directors, low-key, by the way. Before this, he's known for the Christian Bale film Harsh Times.
I had to ask who it was. Like, I've watched the movie.
Yeah, Kate was like, "Who's
watched the
David
credits.
Ayer?"
He's like, because he was like, there's not a lot of trivia. This movie's really new. I was like, oh, we could just do Shia Labeouf trivia. And that got shot down because he's like, no, we're going to do David Ayer's trivia. And I'm like, who's that?
Who's that? I would have liked the Shia trivia.
Well, I know, but I'd already done the research, and I didn't want to redo it.
Okay, well, David Ayer it is.
David Ayer it is. But known, like I said, known for the movie with Christian Bale called Harsh Times, Street Kings with Keanu Reeves. That movie's underrated.
Never seen
That is an opinion.
Also known for End of Watch, Fury, which is by far his best movie.
Fury,
I've seen End of Watch.
hands down the best. End of Watch.
End of Watch is
probably
his second best.
Second best.
Yeah. This is probably his fourth best movie.
I would. How many movies has he done?
Well,
Six.
there's
6.
There's
so
more.
Then it's his 6th.
there's more. So he also Suicide Squad was one of his bullshit films.
Oh, worst.
Yeah.
Worst.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that's the one I was on.
Oh, it is. It was.
I did
It was.
Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Okay.
So not
Yeah.
only is this your third time on the pod, it's your second David Ayer movie.
It is. Wow. Okay.
Actually, it's your
We
fourth
should do
time on
Fury
the pod. One just was unreleasable.
That's correct.
Then. One was incoherent.
We've had a few that are
Unreleasable. And they're usually
Incoherent.
at night when we get too drunk.
I'm never there for those.
I enjoyed the recording of the first one quite a bit.
Yes, we had quite the time recording it. I don't think anyone else wanted to hear it.
Unreleased.
We have said that we all just need to get not do a movie, just get drunk and riff for an hour.
Yeah.
How fun would
Yeah,
that
you
be?
could loosely tie it into something.
We
if
could do
you
that.
needed to.
Oh, by the way, the Lakers won last night, guys. That's why I'm wearing all my Laker garb.
Sporting one Friday night.
Who?
Sporting.
Oh, soccer. I don't care.
Well, I don't care about basketball. So
I was going to say the same thing about the Lakers.
Oh, Jesus. That hurts, Foof. You know me better than that.
I do know you better than that.
After this, he's going to direct the upcoming Bright sequel, that Netflix movie with Will Smith, where he and Joel
it was
Edgerton
okay.
played. I liked it.
I liked the first.
I
one.
enjoyed
I've
it.
only seen like the
actually-
first 20 minutes, and then the baby pooped or something.
Is that when when Will Smith like punts the ferry?
Yes. Yep. and it's almost like it's a euphemism, like an anti-gay thing. I don't know.
Yeet.
Hey, you went there. I didn't. It was an actual ferry, like a flying pixie.
All right, so go to cast.
Well unknown. Well, I don't know. There's some big players.
Everyone. There was two big
George
players.
Lopez.
George Lopez. I couldn't
man.
take him seriously as a hard ass.
I was just
And
saying
then
how
the,
many.
the wizard. What's his name?
Yeah, Miguel something.
No.
Or maybe his name was Miguel in Dexter.
He
Yeah,
was.
no,
Yeah,
no.
he
No,
was
because
good
he's
in
in Sons of
Dexter.
Anarchy. He's really well known, but now I can't think of his name.
He's so well known that we don't know his name.
I know him as his character names, which is not helpful.
I
just remember him from
season,
Dexter,
season 2 of Dexter. Or is it 3? 2 or 3?
One of them.
Well,
He's
yeah.
the bad guy.
Yeah. Bobby Soto as David, Cynthia Carmona as Alexis, Shia LaBeouf as Creeper, and George Lopez as Tio Luis, Uncle
Never
Louis.
His name is Jimmy Smits. That's why I couldn't remember
Jimmy
his
Smits.
name.
That's a really non-ethnic name
That's
for
a
him being an
very-
ethnic person.
That's a very
and
white
it's
name.
funny because
Yeah.
he plays a very similar character in Sons of Anarchy, just not in prison.
Ain't Vietnam, homie.
Yeah.
We'll get into the accents and whether or not they were racist. All right, we'll start with Bobby Soto. Before this, Bobby is known for Narcos Mexico and The Quarry. After this, he's got nothing on the board right now. This is
this
pretty
came
new.
out 3 weeks
Just
ago.
came out.
Is this his second movie that he's ever been in?
Yes.
Okay.
Second feature.
TV.
So
Before
it's not
this.
too late for him
Some
to just
TV.
get out of acting.
No. Oh, come on. He wasn't that bad.
It's pretty rough.
Here's the thing. The lack of emotion, not great, but he is very good looking.
Yeah, he's not a bad looking.
He's a handsome guy.
He's a very good looking man, and I think that could almost make up. Like DMX having no emotion, not good looking.
I'm jealous of his facial hair.
It's very well put together.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure they spent a long
With
time
the
on
chest tattoos, it's all.
You think I could rock that chest tattoo, Caitlin?
You? No.
That's fair. Okay, Cynthia
You have to
Carm.
constantly shave your chest hair.
Oh, ugh, no. I'm not doing that shit.
Exactly.
I was more implying that I'm not in near enough good shape to have that chest tattoo.
Oh, I was just worried about the chest hair.
Okay,
And
cool.
luckily, mine's always red anyway, so when I shave, it just looks like I've lost weight.
That's
It
nice.
doesn't show up on anything.
Like, I have to shave over my arm tattoo. It's a lot of makeup.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Because the color looks really dull. Like, there's hair
Yeah.
brown right now, and the color looks really dull. But if you shave the hair off, the color's so much brighter.
Much more brilliant.
Yeah.
So Cynthia,
So if chest tattoo, that's a lot
Ongoing
of maintenance. Yeah.
Which I was actually
Also, if you get a penis tattoo, a lot of maintenance.
oh, I have one.
not doing that.
No, you don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the Shia LaBeouf actually has a creeper tattoo.
It's real.
I love
he
it
got that
so much.
tattoo for real.
You guys
I
are-
love it
You
so
guys are
much.
stepping on the minimal amount of trivia I have.
Well,
I thought it was David Ayer's trivia.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
David
I
Ayer's the
wasn't
last
gonna
3
say that.
questions.
Can't do the one fact we know that he actually got his chest tattoo.
That's the only thing I have.
I wasn't going to ruin it ahead of time until you said it was a David Ayer thing. But then, I was like, oh, dude, I got one in the
It's
back.
Shia LaBeouf trivia.
I knew you were going to have that be one.
So funny. I thought of like if I was going to, I have this thing on the podcast where I think of gay porn names and gay porn star names.
Because he can't help himself.
It's also off the podcast where he thinks about gay porn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
True, I do it from time to time. So I was thinking, like, if you want to name a guy Guyan, Gayan, it's an Indian name, and then the Buff, Guyan the Buff.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad. That's mediocre.
Yeah, that's a good gay porn name.
Yeah,
Guyan the Buff. It's like Shia Labeouf, but the gay porn name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but no
I
one's
get
going
it.
to use that name.
Guy.
Yeah, I hope not, because I'm trademarking it, because if this goes south, I'm going to need a new career choice.
You have a job.
Oh, and but if I get fired, I got to do gay porn.
I have a feeling that you'd get fired for doing the gay porn.
Well, no, I wouldn't do it till I got fired.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
All right, so
You get fired for this
Cynthia
podcast.
Carmona. Cynthia Carmona, before this known for the TV series Rush Hour, the TV series.
There was a TV series?
I thought the same exact thing. And also the TV series Power.
Was she the wife? Cynthia Carmona.
Oh,
this
yes.
movie,
She's Alexis. After this, she has 3 movies coming out. One is called Painter, the other's called Repeater, and the third one's called Reefa. They're all one-word titles.
A lot of descriptive words.
Yeah, so
She's very pretty.
She is not bad looking. She is not bad looking.
I don't know how
Very
much time
pretty.
they spent doing up her lips, but Jesus Christ.
I think they just look like that.
About the amount of time they spent
I
on that
Googled
dude's
her, and
facial hair.
I think they just look like that.
She's got some DSLs, if I'm not being too forward.
She was voluptuous.
Yeah, but she's not a dude, so you can't like her.
Voluptuous.
Oh, well, you know,
Back to the
that's
gay
true.
porn. Yeah.
Am I coming out on this podcast?
No.
All right, Shia LaBeouf.
You'd be a terrible gay man.
Of course I would. I'm a terrible straight man. Before this, Shia is known for Even Stevens, Holes, iRobot, Constantine, Disturbia, Transformers franchise, Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, Eagle Eye, Wall Street sequel, Lawless Fury, and Honey Boy.
I have a couple comments on
Peanut
that.
Butter Falcon.
And no, did I not say that? Oh, it's right there. It's at the bottom. And the Peanut Butter Falcon.
A lot of people shit on Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. I really liked it.
I don't hate it.
I really liked it.
I rewatched it somewhat recently.
Exactly.
And I
Like,
get
you watch it
I
a
get
second
what they were
time, and you're
doing.
like, oh.
And just to be
Okay.
clear, I totally would have watched Indiana Jones with Shia LaBeouf like
As
going
Indiana-
forward.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's crazy enough to do like its own stunts and all kinds of crazy shit.
I don't want to say something too crazy. I think Shia LaBeouf is one of the greatest actors of our generation.
I think he's very.
He's-
I think people look at him funny because method actors are kind of looked at like that.
Well, they're strange. Yeah, they're
And
eccentric.
he doesn't deny being a strange person. He lives being a strange person.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, yeah, I'm fucking weird. Look at my weird music video where I go, do it.
yeah, the meme thing. Do it.
Like,
Well-
you have to love a guy who is that authentic to himself.
I do love him.
I have never hated anything he's been in.
I agree. The Shia was
Honey
the
Boy's
reason,
really good if you have not watched
Honey
it.
Boy's fantastic.
Honey Boy
It's
is-
incredible.
Shia was the reason I actually was like, okay, I'll get on board with the Tax Collector movie. Because I think he is a phenomenal actor.
phenomenal. He's
And-
fantastic.
In fact, if I may be so bold, he's the only reason I made it through 80% of this.
yeah.
I agree.
So I rewatched this movie 4 or 5 times already, but only the first hour because when Shia dies, I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to see the last
Spoiler alert.
third act
Because
again.
If I actually, if I had the notes, one note I would have made would if I didn't have to finish this movie for the podcast, I just wouldn't have finished it.
Yeah, once Shia goes, yeah.
Yeah, I would have
I
turned it
liked
off.
the last half hour, but I'll get into that in my rundown.
So coming up, we're going to do that. Coming up, Shia's got 2 movies coming out called Pieces of a Woman and Don't Worry, Darling. Don't know much about either of those
Those
projects.
sound great. I'm already in.
Yeah, sold.
George Lopez, before this known for The George Lopez Show. The
Great show.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua franchise. I had the biggest.
Awful.
When I was younger and I watched the George Lopez Show, I had the biggest crush on the actress who played his daughter.
She's very cute.
She was very Carmen. I think her name was Carmen in the show.
show, yeah.
Very attractive.
I never watched it.
It was on late night on like Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nick at Night.
Nick at
It-
Night.
when I was a kid, she was my age. I know she was like 15 in the show, but I was 15 when I had a crush on her, so it's not weird.
That would
Bob,
mean you guys are both
everything you do is
30
weird.
now.
What are you gonna do? After this,
Nothing.
Also,
Not a damn thing.
before this, he's known for the Rio franchise, and he's a stand-up comedian. After this, he's known for a film called No Man's Land, At Last, and Faction of a Hitman.
That sounds good.
So he's got more drama roles coming out.
I think so.
Recently, he's pretty much only done drama roles after the George Lopez show.
I know
will say
Conejo.
He wasn't bad in this.
No, he was
good.
a little hard to believe him being such a hard ass, but he was good. I have no complaints about his performance.
But and no offense to George Lopez, but like just how the scarring on his face from I think
Acne.
Chickenpox or acne.
something like
Either
that.
Way. The scarring on his face, and he's just like a big. He's built like a brick shit house. If he was in shape, he's just a wide dude. He looks like he could be a very scary gang enforcer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like subtlety.
His nose just keeps getting bigger too, I think.
See, and I thought he played it well because he wasn't
one of your body parts. Never
he
stopped
wasn't
growing.
the uber polished guy. You know, like I thought he played the like mechanic badass.
The front man very
well. I think he did. I think he was very
I was
well.
very
cast in
sad
this.
when he got his head cut off.
He did get his head cut
Off screen though. At least we didn't see it happen like Shia. Shia got his fucking head stomped in like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could handle that over the. I'll get into it in the rundown. I don't want to.
Net worths. We're gonna start net
2
worths.
Chainz. Keenan's not here, so I gotta do 2
Keenan
Chainz.
is not here. For
We'll
that.
go in reverse order. We'll start with George Lopez.
You gotta be worth some money.
25 million.
I'm going 110.
45. So somewhere on either side of the spectrum, he gets right in the middle.
Underrated.
No, I think it's fine.
No, I think he's. Good.
I think he's good.
He's making good money. It's okay.
Shia LaBeouf, guy in the buff.
60 million.
42.
25. He's undervalued.
Well, I think he's also spent a lot of money being a method actor.
Oh, or you mean he doesn't have a problem with drugs and alcohol?
I'm honestly not sure if he does.
He did have a problem with alcohol.
He did.
He
At
quit
one
drinking.
point.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like now he's.
I don't
clean.
think he spent millions of dollars on alcohol.
No.
Yeah. All right. So this is going to be
He
more
doesn't seem
difficult
like the
now.
drug type to me.
We're going to go Cynthia Carmona.
Was she an actor in another country before breaking into American films?
Not that I know of.
I'm gonna go with 800,000.
1 million.
The internet's
Is
not
it a
sure.
range?
It's 1 to 5. She's worth somewhere between 1 to 5
Good
million.
for her. She's very pretty.
Yeah.
And her acting was
So
good
that
in
gives
this
her
movie.
value.
Yes, it does.
Well, her acting was also good. Better than David Soto's, I'd have to say.
Yeah, David.
I'm not going to shun Soto. He did fine.
No, he did great. But in the last 30 minutes, his acting improved significantly. But I think that's when
His name's Bobby Soto. David is his name David Soto or Bob? His name in the movie is David. Is his actual name David too?
maybe not.
I think it's
Oh,
Bobby
maybe it is
Soto.
Bobby.
It's Bobby,
Bobby
Soto.
Soto.
His name was
Sorry.
David in it.
Yeah.
In the movie, your name is David. I got confused.
And they said David throughout the movie way too many
A
times.
lot.
Yeah.
It was in like every scene.
A lot. When they said creeper like once.
Yeah.
Anyways, his
You
acting-
heard of me?
His acting got significantly better in the last 30 minutes, but that may have been when the gangster shell fell off, you know?
Sure.
Because his wife got murdered.
All right, Bobby Soto.
Spoiler
Net worth.
alert.
When he went who Bobby Soto?
Yeah.
1 to 5.
1 million?
You were actually right. Your last guess with 800K. He's worth 800K.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
You know what? I think he'll make more money.
he'd be
That's
worth
right.
more, but he spends a lot on keeping his facial hair as it is.
Yeah, that's expensive. And shaving his
A
chest.
barber and shaving his. Maybe
Very-
he doesn't grow
very
hair
well
there,
faded,
Rob.
very
Not
well
everyone's as
faded.
hairy.
Okay. Specs and deets. Runtime on this film was 95 minutes.
Perfection.
Any?
Any longer, and it would have been annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
It could have been shorter, but I always think almost every movie could have been shorter.
They just shouldn't have killed Shia off. He was
I
the
remember
most interesting character.
seeing the runtime ahead of it and being like, okay, that's good. They're going to be in and out quick, and I still thought it was too long.
It's the first hour that's very long.
Yeah, I thought it was about
Up
10
to
to
the
20
Keen's,
minutes
up
too
to the
long.
Keen's say, very long.
Yeah.
What do you think he said to that guy when he was trying to make sure she got her dress?
I'm gonna kill your whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably something along those
Someone along those lines.
Or, oh, do you want me to forget that your family owes me so much money?
Like, bro, you need to get out of here or everybody's going to die soon. It's bad. Bad for you.
I'll save it. We'll go for the rundown. All right. So budget was $30 million. It's thus far it opened at $300,000, and thus far it's grossed $700K. It's not going to make its money back.
30 mil. What the hell did they spend $30 million on? Shia's
Shia?
tattoos?
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia. Oh, man.
I doubt he made that much money. He's not in it for the money. I mean, truly. I doubt. I wonder how.
I bet he was paid.
much did he
I bet he was paid $10 million to be in this
I'm
movie.
really surprised that it was a $30 million budget because I watched it and I thought it looked like they were completely out of money the whole time.
Well, yeah. And David Ayer's known, like, if you look at Training Day, or I'm sorry, he wrote Training Day. He didn't direct it. But if you look at, oh gosh, what was his first movie? He's known. Oh no, never mind. I'm thinking of a different director. Just
I don't
scratch
know.
that.
That's a lot of money for this movie. That is a lot of money for this movie.
The only headlines I can find is tax collector is #1 at the box office when there's no actual box office.
Yeah. No taglines for this movie either.
I could have come up with a few probably.
I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, it's newer, so I just
Even
don't
the
know.
trailer,
It's no
though,
timeline.
is misleading because the trailer has Shia throughout the whole
Yeah,
thing.
they sell
Let's
this
see,
as a Shia LaBeouf
taglines.
movie. It's not a Shia LaBeouf movie. It's a Bobby Soto movie.
So I have major problems with movies that have a trailer that completely
misleading.
misleads you to what the movie is.
Well, that's when-
I really have a problem with
He
movies
was
that do that.
in 2/3.
But Chris, that happens a lot
Of the movie.
when you make a movie that you think isn't going to do well. You have to try and sell it to get people to buy tickets.
I know, but then you're
And I
that
wasn't
much
even
more
buying
pissed
tickets,
off
it
when you get
was-
into it.
buying the stream, which was what, $20?
Yeah, I bought this movie.
Good
Just
for
fine, it's not
you.
bad.
Well, I guess if you watched it,
not bad.
I own it.
already.
I own it. I didn't. I thought I like Shia a lot. I'm gonna take a gamble and buy this movie. I probably wouldn't have bought it.
Yeah, I think I paid the $5.99 rental fee.
You know what?
on Amazon Prime.
I got to come clean, guys. I rented it first and then I bought it.
Oh,
I know it's not great.
No. So you watched it,
Yeah.
and then you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I got to come clean.
Honestly,
they're
I would
getting-
buy it just for the cover art.
They're getting back to their $30 million because of Rob over
Yeah, I
here.
know it. Well, that something about that song gets me jacked. That main song, it's a Spanish song, and then it plays during the credits. It plays during the trailer. It gets me going.
I'm happy for you.
I really enjoy the song.
I'm just.
I should have just bought the song.
I'm happy for you and that song, and that I'm happy you like this movie.
I do like this.
I like
I don't
that
hate
you
this
like
movie.
it, but I don't like the movie.
I don't hate it.
All right, plot keywords. We have the top 5. There weren't many because this
Gangster,
movie's so new.
Money.
Well, close. We have violence. I didn't understand this one. Pubic hair. That was big on there.
I saw no. When did we see pubic hair?
There was also male frontal nudity. I didn't see that either. I don't
How
know.
was there
Oh,
male
was it
frontal
when
nudity?
Shia died naked?
Oh,
But you didn't see his penis.
I didn't pause it to see his penis, but you
Maybe
may
you saw
have.
some pubes, some Shia pubes.
But I know Shia dies naked though.
He does die naked.
That was for literally 0.2 seconds is what you see of him.
So the third
It's
one
the
is
rated R.
tax, 4 is street, 5 is gun.
Good.
Well, the last 3 I can get behind, okay?
The first one's violence.
Yeah, first one and the last 3. Hold on.
violence.
Tagline.
No taglines.
No, my tagline.
Let's hear it.
Money rules the streets, but family is everything. Boom. That's
Boom.
the whole movie. That's the whole movie.
Yeah, but maybe let's redraft that.
I just came up with it on my brain, so yeah, it's a
I
rough
think
draft.
That tagline was awful but perfect for the movie.
Okay, that's fair.
It's about the same amount of cheesy that the movie is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that whole thing at the beginning where it was just like family, loyalty. There was 3 other words I don't remember. All right, so Kate, are you ready to do we're going to have Kate do the canopsis. She's doing a Kate-nopsis.
I actually wrote it down, so that.
Well, I fucking hope you'd write it down.
I got to put my Keenan voice on.
Yeah, duh, whoa.
Do you like classic gang films? Do you love Shia LaBeouf and his absolute insanity? Then I have a film for you. The Tax Collector is a film about a man having to make hard choices between living the life and keeping his family alive. Everything runs smoothly till an old enemy comes to town and fucks shit up. Will he defeat his demons,
Conejo.
literally and figuratively? Find out in The Tax Collector.
I'll give you that one.
I like it.
The voice was
Good.
very Keenan-esque.
Good job, Kate.
That was
Thank you.
good. That was
Thank you.
good.
That was good. I liked
I
it.
hope I made Keenan proud.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, we're going to call him here in a little bit.
Oh,
so.
You did the Keenan voice. That was
you.
good. That was well done.
All right.
And I wrote it down. So that's
Time for the Real Buzz Rundown, portion of the podcast where we talk about the film, give us our thoughts. We'll start with our guest, Chris Hawkins. Let's hear what your thoughts on this film.
So I actually, after talking to you, I was very, very, very excited to watch this movie. I saw the trailer.
I love the trailer.
I knew about it ahead of time, and so I was really excited to watch this movie. And then when it started initially, and it's just Bobby Soto and his family, and I'm like, okay, where's Shia? Where's Shia? Where's Shia?
It's a Bobby Soto movie.
I know, but I didn't know that going into it. So
I
that
thought it was a Shia.
that was a really big issue I had with it. I really thought that it was sloppy.
Yeah.
It was very, very poorly written, especially from David Ayer that wrote Fury. That literally hits every
I
single.
don't think David wrote this. I think he just directed it.
Oh, he didn't write.
I don't think he wrote it.
Whatever it was, I hated that every
mean, he's a great writer. He wrote Training Day. He wrote Fury.
That's what so
he's
I
a
thought he
great
wrote it.
writer.
At least made some edits if he didn't write this.
And it's funny that he did the Training Day because the same thing, they kind of bring all the same elements back to this. Like, this was kind of a very...
Well, he grew up in South Central LA, so all of his movies are more or less based around South Central LA.
It's a very B-list Training Day-esque on the other side movie.
Well, it's a lot like Harsh Times, too. I mean...
Yeah.
And you know what? You're going to like this. When I get to trivia, I have a really interesting tidbit that you'll like. So, but anyways,
Maybe.
keep going.
But I thought that it was annoying that even like the jiu-jitsu thing came back in the end.
Yeah, the jiu-jitsu scene was really random until it had a callback.
And there's the deal is they literally
They wrote that in to have it.
everything for just like children to be able to follow. And it was done because in the end of it, it didn't even come out because he killed the guy
With a sink.
with a broken toilet lid.
No, sink.
Yeah, but
whatever it
he
was.
picked
But
up the whole sink.
He still had to get out of his grip with his jiu-jitsu.
No, he hit him with a broken toilet lid.
Yeah, but before that, he had him. He was rolling with it.
He had to turn his body to reach the toilet
Everything
seat,
completely came
Toilet
back.
lid.
I thought the editing of it was super sloppy. I hated that it didn't have any like a coherent, even like visual tone to it. Like even when he blows in at the end with when he breaks into the first house and they start shooting guys and they go in like slow motion.
That slow-mo scene.
No, it was very tonally inappropriate for the entire movie. And
You think?
I think it was very, 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 very sloppy. And I don't know if it was on the editing room floor that it got sloppy. I don't know if it was when they filmed it. And it seemed like a lot of it.
Maybe they were out of budget.
They burned through their $30 million. And
The relationship between Bone and David is very interesting, and the fact that I don't think it could ever really exist.
Bone
is the
Blood's
blood leader.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That whole relationship was stupid because, so this is the Bloods, and you just ran into there crying and said, yeah, ride or die with me and come this way.
I need riders with heart.
And, of course, that came full circle because at the beginning of the movie, he finds a Blood and somebody else is beating him up and brings him back. So it was just very, very.
He was tripping. It was homies tripping personal. It wasn't racial or business.
It was very elementary in how it was written.
Yeah, it's just very strange it's almost naive to think that there could be two gang leaders that would care about each other that much. It just doesn't make sense. Like, you come in and he's like, hey, Blood, he's got my kids.
And I know you say that, but you also have to listen to the dialogue as far as, and I listen with captions because I'm very hard of hearing. And the blood the whole time was like, we got to repent for our sins. We gotta reclaim our good name. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. So I don't even think it was necessarily a relationship between the two of them. But the leader of the Bloods, Bone, was like, "This is what's gonna redeem. This is our redemption."
Bone is also in a lot of David Ayer movies. He's in Training Day. He plays the same character.
He wasn't bad. I just don't know why
fine.
he was the leader of the Bloods. And then I thought I did think Shia did well when he was on screen. Which wasn't a lot. I think Shia did very, very, very well.
I would have loved to see more of the scene of him cutting up people in the bathtub.
Yeah, like they kind of like so.
They just flashed to him being done.
Oddly enough, I think that's
blood-covered bodysuit.
That's one of the best one of the best shots in the movie. It's gorgeous.
Smoking that cigarette with just blood everywhere and bags of body
it's obviously the contents of the scene are awful, but it's a gorgeous shot.
Well, and I agree actually because that part. So the parts I did like were when they like how they kind of introduced Shia as the badass because it was like he's on screen and he's very polished.
Like,
and
what have you heard about me?
Yeah, like
that you're the devil. You're like,
I might be.
And Shia did well, and I liked the bathroom, the cutback. And then I was like, okay, this is getting bland. This is getting bland. The weird comedic bits were really funny, where like, when the female version of Shia shows up at the party,
she's so hot,
and he goes, "Oh, it's the female version of you."
Maybe you like make little evil babies.
Yeah, like, and they did that right before he goes into that. I thought my second favorite part was actually when you see George Lopez's head in the cooler. When that happened, I was like, okay, this movie is going to do something interesting, because it's been very flat.
Also, they ran out of money because George Lopez's head looked really fucking fake.
Yeah, it didn't look like his head. But I was like, okay, cool. So they're doing something.
Heads don't look great when you cut them off, guys.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
I'll give you that. I've cut off.
As the resident medical expert, heads don't look great. If you're dead and it's still attached to your body, doesn't look great. You start to swell.
You heard it here first, guys. If your head's cut off, it doesn't look great.
Bad deformed heads. But no,
I'm sure he got beat to shit before they cut his head off too. Think about
He
that.
did look very swollen.
yeah. And Shia's
You think they're just gonna cut his head off? No.
Shia's death scene wasn't bad, but he just never got to be an on-screen badass. It was always
Made me
a flashback.
so sad.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
And then
They're gonna take him out like this?
And I hated the loose tie-in with the wizard being his father, and now you're supposed
First
to
of
take
all,
over.
if you-
Well, the wizard is his
Did anyone
wife's
else?
father.
Did anyone else
Yeah.
call that? No. It's his father.
It's his father.
It is his
It's
father.
his father. And
Yeah.
you
The
wizard
knew
was
that.
her
You knew
father.
that from the
No,
beginning.
his father. Yeah, anyone else called that out like 10 minutes in when he's on the phone? He's like, "Hello, yes, sir." It's like, "Oh, it's his dad."
And then he laughs.
It's his dad. Yeah.
Yeah, it was such bullshit. It wasn't the whole thing. It's about this family business that they keep together.
And then with the
I
dude,
just figured it was his wife's dad.
no,
Nope,
his
it's
dad
his
for
dad.
sure.
It's his dad.
Jimmy Smith would be a great dad.
Not in this movie.
Not in this movie, but in general.
I actually have a theory about it. I think this movie posits a scenario where his dad set up this entire set of events to take place to test him to see if he could actually be a shot caller.
So he says that.
But I mean, that it kind of almost makes sense with the way he was talking at the end.
Yeah.
And he says at the beginning that this is a very important one.
Yep.
When he says to get the money and all
Yeah,
that
he goes,
stuff.
"Hey,
When he's talking to Alexis,
I
he's
need
like,
this to go well. I've got some big
needs to go
things coming
smooth-
up."
needs to go smoothly.
I think he set Conejo in motion to do all of this to test his son to see if he could be a shot caller.
Could be, but the shit part about it is it was so poorly written
Yeah.
that I don't think it could even operate
can't
on that
connect
level.
it, yeah.
You cannot operate on that level when
You can't be that subtle about making connections if we can't follow the rest of the movie.
exactly like or when everything else that you've tied together just smacks you in the face.
Yeah.
Like absolutely smacks you in the face. So yeah, I don't know. It was. I'm not like pissed I watched it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
You wouldn't buy it and rent it?
I wouldn't buy it and rent it.
Okay, just checking.
And it sucks because this movie's better than Shia.
Shia is above this movie, I
And
agree
I
with.
will
But
say-
he likes taking weird roles like that.
In his defense, he hit 2 home runs before this with the Peanut Butter Falcon and Honey Boy.
Yeah, and I guess coming straight off of I've watched both of those movies recently and loved them.
They're both
Loved
great.
them.
They're both great. Honey Boy's fantastic.
Honey Boy's really good.
The way he plays his father, I can't imagine how hard that was.
Growing up like that.
It may have been therapeutic too, though, for him to like.
But watching that movie, you can also now understand why he's so like takes weird roles,
No,
does
Honey
weird
Boy is
shit.
why he's
really
he's a strange guy.
Honey Boy is
I love
really
it.
good.
I want to be best friends with Shia LaBeouf.
And before we go any further, I want to talk about.
Putting that on the record.
I want to talk
Shia.
about Shia LaBeouf as Lewis Stevens on Even Stevens. I remember
Best
thinking
role
he
ever.
was fantastic, even as a kid on the Disney Channel. He was so fucking funny.
Holes.
Holt was
Got the
fine.
the
I don't know
emotional
that I was
moments
paying
and the
attention.
saving of zero.
John,
Those points while
Jesus.
watching those movies.
John Voight bothers me in Holes. Because
I'm only talking about Shia and Holes.
okay.
John Voight's okay.
I think he. It's not the first time John Voight's done an accent. We've all seen Anaconda.
Snack.
Snacks.
Snack.
But no, I don't know. I could really poke holes in the plots, but I think what it really lost. Oh, and then even when he grinds a guy's face on the
Ooh, that was.
Once
You
again-
could see his skull, dude. You could see his fucking bones in
But
his
once
cheek.
again, it's like, okay, well, in this scene, we're
But,
going
like,
to really
why?
try to go there, but it was very unmotivated
Yeah, but like why?
and out of nowhere. Oh, actually, the last thing, I keep jumping it up.
You can always interject in ours.
Yeah,
When
for sure.
he sacrifices the gal,
Yeah, when Gata comes up and sacrifices what I
and
assume is a
she's all
virgin.
painted, that just shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, the whole
the
Very
whole
unmotivated.
Santeria.
The ritual thing is
voodoo
very
ritual,
strange.
And
It
it's out of
gave
place.
nothing to the plot.
Out
It
of place.
honestly, it actually really bothered me.
Yeah, I think
Because
it's
a lot of people are trying to get away from that image, and if they really do practice it, they don't do human sacrifices.
All right, so let's talk about
No,
it.
I mean, I
Willing
No,
human
I've-
sacrifices.
I love weird shit. Okay, voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria. Like I've done a lot of research just because, like, I read wiki pages and other websites in my free time. Because
Wikipedia?
yeah,
Wiki pages, yeah,
wiki pages.
Oh, nice.
same difference.
I didn't know that's what it was.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or like pages that are written by people that actually practice it, and they're trying to get away from that human sacrifice image.
Yeah, well, so, okay, let's talk about this movie.
And even animal sacrifices, a lot of people still like are not okay with now, just because they know that they can get their religious needs without that.
I think I know the answer to this question, but does this movie promote Hispanic stereotypes? I think the answer is yes.
But not in a good and bad way.
Now, here's the thing. California is like a whole different country.
Yeah, it is.
And I think a lot of those, I don't think they consider that a stereotype there because that's truly how they talk, how they act, how they live.
Well, because even Bobby Soto, sorry.
Now, to us in the Midwest,
Even Bobby Soto was really leaning into that Cholo accent, Mexican gangster accent. Like people want to talk about Shia and was he doing brownface? No, I don't think he was doing brownface.
no, he was not doing brownface.
I think accents. He did an accent.
Accents are very like by neighborhood you're raised in. Like
Yes.
if I was raised in that neighborhood, I would probably have a Hispanic sounding accent.
I would say
People of all
And
different
I would
races.
probably also speak Spanish.
People of all different races in South Boston still talk like assholes.
I would say that was probably
With
of
my
the,
cat keys.
of
Yeah.
the better done parts of the movie. I actually thought that didn't bug
His
me at
accent
all.
was very believable.
That didn't bug me at all. Like
Nothing's-
like the culture of it. I think
Nothing's
they
happened
kinda-
yet.
Nothing's happened yet. No, somebody else can take over because I'm sure there's a lot of other points, but I just thought it was real sloppy.
Caitlin?
Just on that point of were the accents and the actions overdone. So there's this book that you have to read going into a Jesuit college. They assign a book every year.
I didn't know you were Jewish.
Jesuit is Catholic, and I'm not that either. But they got money to give out, so that's scholarship money. And the book I had to read was about the Homeboys and Homegirls Foundation, which was started by a Jesuit
that's a
priest.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So honestly, the book
Probably should have rethought the title of that.
that's not the name of the book. I just can't remember right now.
the title of the foundation.
No, they named it that on purpose because all of these kids and young adults were looked down on because of how they spoke, how they dressed, how they acted. And yes, a lot of them were gangbangers, but that was the only way to have any income to support kids that they had when they were young.
They were all riders with heart.
I'm trying to have a serious moment.
I'm sorry. Okay, keep going.
She is trying to be poignant.
I'm trying to be pointing.
And I'm not
Okay.
laughing at you. I'm laughing at Rob.
You're laughing at Rob because he's being a dick. Anyways, that's how they all spoke and lived. And you read the book, and I thought of the book a lot when I was watching this movie because it is about those types of neighborhoods.
Sure.
And how there wasn't a lot of option. It was either gangbang or starve. And so I don't think that the accents or the actions were overdone. I think that they were truly representing a subsection of the California neighborhood.
Right, and I think that kind of speaks to the overcorrection we're making with like being overly sensitive about things. Like people all day, every day
people wanna cancel
look
Shia
for
for this
reasons to
movie,
be
but-
pissed off. It's ridiculous.
But even in the book, there were black kids and white kids, and they all spoke and acted the same.
yeah, there are plenty of movies
and it's
where
a true book. I mean, the priest wrote it without his experience.
and there's plenty of movies where there are white actors who have ethnically like a black accent, and they use
Speak
it.
urban or whatever you
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, they have an accent that if that's what they grew up around, that's how they speak. So I don't know. I want people to be politically correct to an extent, but I also don't want people to look for reasons to be pissed off either.
Especially because he didn't put on tanning lotion. He didn't make himself look any different than he was, except for the shitty prosthetic ears. My God, I hated those.
No,
so
that's a question I
much.
had. Was the cauliflower ear real or not?
No, they're fake.
So why does he have cauliflower ear? Was he a wrestler?
No, that's
That's my question.
no,
It's a
as
weird
the-
choice.
As the enforcer, you would have to assume he got knocked in the head a couple times.
I mean, it's a weird.
And you
It's,
get cauliflower.
it definitely feels like a choice, right? He has cauliflower ear.
I meant
Shia
to
made
say
that point.
something about that. I didn't know. I was like, why?
No,
I was
no.
like, are those
Shia's
Shia's
ears do not look like that unless he's done something very drastic in the last year, but
Unless
I don't
he's
think
been
so.
brawling.
The prosthetic ears bother me a lot. But you can also see how an enforcer for a gang / money collector,
Tax
would,
collector.
get knocked in the
Name of the movie.
Yeah,
Tax
because I guess
collector.
he doesn't
Money
have
collector.
he doesn't have the scars on his face in real life either.
No, that's a good point. He did have. I noticed that on his left cheek. He had the two little scars.
So yeah, once again, they nailed it with Shia's character. And I agree.
But they should have used it more in the movie to tie things together.
yes,
Like,
he could have really been an awesome part, and maybe
especially if getting the kids back or,
Dude,
any number of things.
He's so good in Fury.
he's so
He's so good in Fury. Oh my!
so
Caitlin, have you seen Fury?
No.
You got to watch
Ooh,
it.
Okay.
You gotta watch it.
It's my second favorite World War II movie
Okay.
next to Saving Private Ryan.
My mom likes war
So
movies,
good.
so I'll watch it with her.
so
She would love this movie then.
And we have the theater and the surround sound, so it really immerses you in the experience.
And to your point, Caitlin, though, sorry to jump. Don't want to
you're good.
I agree they did a good job with the kind of gang culture in LA. And the Hispanic thing of if they did anything well in the movie, I think they did a good job.
As a white person from the Midwest, just knowing what I read, I feel it was appropriate. I need to preface it with that. I'm white. I live in the Midwest.
I am a recovering ignorant
Covering
honky.
white honky. Yeah.
I am a gangbanger from LA.
That doesn't shock me at all.
Chris, I was going to ask you if that's what you were.
With Hispanic blood running through these veins.
I really had my suspicions.
I know. It's something I do on the
So
daily.
to get away from that and back to the actual movie, I texted Rob while I was watching this, and the first hour was very slow for me. They're literally just collecting money and threatening people, and everyone's like, here you go, here's your money. Like, we don't want no trouble.
Yeah, it's awesome. When they threaten Hector from Fast and Furious.
Oh, he's in this suit.
Yeah.
And he's the guy that gets the monkey.
My name is Hector. I got a last name, but I can't pronounce it.
Yeah.
That's what he says in the Fast and the Furious.
I know. But the scene I liked the best was, when they were showing Shia taking care of business like back in the past, and that's why people are so scared of him,
Yeah.
is because he literally cut up a whole gang.
He was just
himself.
dragging that guy with a belt around his neck. Jesus Christ. He was ruthless.
He cut him up with a chainsaw
Yeah, he earned his stripes.
and put them in black bags like you would set out for lawn day.
He wants to blast you in front of your girl. I don't want that.
It's in the
You
TV
don't want
dinner.
that.
I can't eat TV dinners. I'm on a diet.
She don't want that.
I love that weird
I
part
want
where
that.
like the enforcer's on a diet. Like he's eating
Oh,
all this,
yeah,
like,
no,
fucking
he's eating the-
fish
he's eating
and
the fish.
veggies. He's like, what that smell? It's fish, homie.
The human body's a machine.
Yeah.
You gotta feed it the right stuff.
Yeah, Shia did well.
He
Shia
was
did well.
great. I mean,
Shia
there was
did very
nothing
well.
about his performance I didn't like.
I
And you
had
know
that
what?
written down. It's between their talk of like this ridiculous gang stuff, murder and violence. There's like, yeah, man, I'm eating fish.
on a diet.
I'm already down 10 pounds.
And veggies and drink a lot of water.
It's just interesting how they kind of
They put real
sprinkle in like real
people,
conversations in between the violence and talk of murder.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
But it's because they're real people, they're friends, and like when Shia was genuinely insulted about not getting a paper invitation, like I get it. If he's that guy's enforcer, they're together every day.
It does
he'd be
seem
like,
strange he didn't
"Why
get an
didn't I
invitation. They
But
seem like they're best friends. He literally says, "I will die for you, my boy."
But he says, "I know Alexis feels uncomfortable around me, and that's why I don't come around." Like that's respect, though. Like if your guy's wife,
I also like he was
doesn't
like, well,
you
just,
'cause you're
just
so violent.
you're a violent sociopath. Just take her out for coffee.
Yeah, just mend it together that way.
But that was a joke. Did you not notice him laughing hysterically after that?
No, I think he was serious. He was like, "You want to get to know Alexis?
He
Take
was
her out for
not-
coffee."
He was not serious.
I'll give you those parts were probably.
But he did carry in coffee in the
well.
beginning, so who knows?
He did.
The last 30 minutes, I thought I liked the scene bathing his wife's body. I thought that really brought out the first hint of emotion.
Yeah, but
From him in
it's
the
really
movie?
strange that he's howling. In like, my thought is no one
one
called
in
the
that
front
hotel,
desk,
I
been
know.
like with a
I know.
noise
Yeah.
complaint.
Or maybe they already know who he is.
It sounds like there's a guy howling in the next room across from me. It sounds like he's in a bathtub bathing his dead wife.
Or like forgetting Sarah Marshall. Like there's a female crying in this room.
Yeah, I hear her too. I think it's the one above me. It's like, you're on the top floor.
Yeah. Well.
But that was the first time I felt like I really got any emotion out of David. Was when he was dating his
don't
dead
understand
wife.
you guys. He showed emotion the entire movie.
I'm not
Did he?
gonna agree with
Because even
that
when he was
statement.
like kissing his kids and putting the sign of the cross on him at the beginning, like I said, I rewatched it to make sure I didn't watch it. Even when he was, kissing his kids goodbye, putting the sign of the cross on their foreheads, it was very blank, very blank. And maybe that's because, like I said, he's got this gangster shell facade. He has to be the hard guy. He has to collect the taxes to make his dad happy, keep everything running like it goes. And his wife getting killed may have broken the facade off, and that's the first time he thought he could show emotion.
And this could be a movie that just fell apart on the editing room floor too.
Could be.
And I think that maybe this was a movie where he didn't have good direction.
Yeah, direction.
The director didn't say, okay, your wife getting killed is where you snap. Like, this is it. Go off the rails. Because even though he showed emotion, it was minimal.
Well, and the inconsistency. They probably didn't do enough takes then.
Also, probably not. And it may have been down to budget. Like, okay, we can only have this chick be dead for an hour. Like, let's get it.
Yeah, they probably didn't do enough takes because even all the in between, all the B-roll footage of it was where it like really fell out.
Tanked, yeah.
And then some shots were uber polished,
But I think if they would have maybe made the more movie half and half, like make Creeper get killed at the 45-minute mark instead of the hour mark, and then his wife get killed like 10, 15 minutes later, and then have that big character arc of, okay, like the gangster's gone. I'm dad, I'm husband, I'm protecting my kids, I'm avenging my wife. I think that could have made the movie have more depth.
make that his arc.
Exactly. Instead of okay, an hour in, oh, my wife died, I'm going to be real sad, and then get my kids back. But that's it. Because, like, even when he got his kids back, there was not a lot of them. I feel like there would be more relief, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, he sent him with the Bloods immediately.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
He got
Like,
his
he wants to
kids,
keep them safe.
But then he was like, go with these gangbangers.
I understand that. He wants to keep them safe. He wants to get them to his wife's sister.
It's kind of an upgrade from
Keep
where
them
they
safe.
were. I mean, they went from gangbangers who want to
some
kill
old
them
lady?
to gangbangers who want to protect them.
There was, of course, he was hugging on him, kissing on him, so happy. But, like, there wasn't even, like, I expected a tear. I expected something because that dude would have bathed him in acid in an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, Conejo?
Yeah. That's literally what he said on the phone.
Yeah.
If I don't see you in 2 hours, I'm going to have to make him take a bath in acid.
And we would believe that because he was pretty violent throughout it.
Pretty violent.
So I don't think he was.
I wouldn't question it.
So I think
I don't think he was.
I
dicking
think
around.
to make this movie more palatable, you cut the weird voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria scene. Okay? You cut that out completely. You make all the violence happen before the 45-minute mark, and then you leave the last 45 minutes for that character arc of, okay, I'm going to fuck shit up. Like, you don't come after someone's wife. That's not how it works.
You could do that.
I'm in. Sorry, guys. I'm trying. I'll cut this
I know
out.
you got to call Keenan.
I'm trying to get this. I'm going to unpair this. I'm going to pair my phone.
Anyways, I didn't hate the movie. I just feel like I could have made it better if I was there.
I just wish I was. Hey guys, you're messing up right now. We could
Like,
do better.
man, we can make this so we can
We
make
could do
people
better.
feel shit, okay?
It could have. I would have expected a lot better out of David Ayer.
I
Yeah,
just
that
expect-
I
was
would
my
have
thing.
expected so.
But David Ayer
much
also made Suicide Squad, which I was so
But I
disappointed
don't
with.
think that was his fault.
No,
Why?
I
It
think
was
Suicide Squad
garbage.
was,
No, that movie was garbage.
but probably too. Well, I know I don't.
Did
disagree
he
with
direct
that.
it?
He directed
He
it.
directed
Then it's his fucking fault.
All right, we're calling
There
Keenan.
are too many cooks in the kitchen, probably on that one.
Probably, but it was shitty.
Yeah, no, it was real bad. I think this was a worse movie.
No.
Hello.
Is this Keenan Robertson?
I'm here. I'm on
Oh,
the
well,
phone.
Keenan, guess what?
Oh, it's COVID Keenan.
You're on the radio with Real Buzz Rob and Caitlin and Chris Hawkins. We want to talk to you about the movie The Tax Collector. What did you give us your thoughts? What did you think?
Corn Keenan.
You know what's funny is literally as you were calling just now, the last shot just played. So you couldn't have timed this like a second fucking better. Let me tell you that. 'Cause I literally finished the movie a second ago.
Hey, Keenan, I did the canopsis, so I hope I made
Yeah,
you proud.
she did a Kate-nopsis. You'll have to listen to it.
Very nice. Very nice.
I wrote it down and
Ah.
everything.
See? Come prepared.
Don't fart on
There's
me.
a fart noise. There's a fart noise.
No, he moved the board away from me, so that was all Rob.
That was me.
And you guys got Puff there hanging out. What's up, Puff? How's it going?
Good, good. Do you have the COVID?
No, I'm pretty sure I don't have the COVID, but, better to be
He's
safe
got the
than
COVID.
sorry. I feel perfectly fine today.
Oh, so it was just sleeping with a woman that wasn't clean?
Well, that's
Don't say
that's
that about
just a
Sandra
Thursday
Dee.
night,
She's- Sandra D is a very nice lady.
Yeah, Keenan has a girlfriend now.
Oh, I didn't know that. Keenan, you have a girlfriend now?
Her name's Sandra D.
I did not mean
No.
to. I did not mean to disrespect your girlfriend that I didn't know about. I'm sure Sandra D is a great and lovely person. Would love to meet her sometime.
She is. I've met her many times. She's very nice.
Yeah, she's good. She's cool. But the tax collector, huh? Robbie, this was a weird way to start my fucking day. Like, I could have watched it at night, but I woke up. This is the first thing I've watched, and goddamn, I'm going to have some heavy thoughts, I think, for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
This is a heavy fucking movie, man.
I don't think it's that heavy. I mean,
watched it holding my toddler, my baby, and I was like, meh, okay.
I mean, his fucking uncle's head gets chopped off. His wife gets her throat split. I can't even say it. Fucking Shia gets his head kicked in. Did not see that coming.
well, yeah, there's
This movie
violence.
was-
In my synopsis,
Yeah.
I literally almost put, well, it's a gang movie, so someone's going to get their head stomped
Yeah,
in.
are you not familiar with David Ayer's prior work? I mean, all he does is I mean, he basically makes his money in doing South Central gang movies. Like that's what he does.
I mean, I didn't call up to be chastised. You know, I'll hang up the phone. Goddamn, I don't need to hang
We
out
love
with
you.
you guys right now.
We love you, Keen.
But I'm here. I just made fun of his girlfriend that I didn't know. Called her unclean.
Well, you didn't call her unclean specifically. Anyways, Keenan, continue.
Hey, it's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be
A Shia movie?
more so Shia,
Yeah.
being badass. So when he gets his head stomped in, I was like, fuck. And Caitlin, you had texted that somebody got their head stomped in, but I don't know if you didn't say it was Shia or if I just missed.
did
So
not.
it wasn't spoiled.
I did not
Like,
specifically
I didn't know it was
say
him.
who it was.
But as he started like getting, as that pipe bomb goes off and like it's clear that he's going to be trapped, I was like, oh fuck, I bet it's him that gets his head stomped in. So that was kind of like I did not see him dying an hour into this movie. That kind of threw me for a loop.
So did you like this movie, Keenan?
I do think I liked this movie.
I enjoyed it.
Kind of weird. There's some I don't know, like weird choices I think David Ayer made with how he edited some shit together and certain shots that he put in like weird places. I thought.
Keenan,
But
Chris said the exact
overall, I
same
liked
thing.
it. Yeah. I mean, it's
He actually
a
called
good
it
movie.
sloppy.
I called it
a little
sloppy.
sloppy.
Yeah,
I can see.
A
Yeah,
little sloppy.
it
there
was.
was some stuff that didn't make sense to me, but overall, and then Jimmy Smith is the wizard at the end, like Jimmy Smith or whatever the fuck. Like that's
That's
kind of
his
cool.
name,
That's his
Jimmy
dad, I guess.
Smith.
Keenan knows his name.
Keenan, how long into the movie did it take you to figure out that Jimmy Smits was his dad?
The very end.
No, you didn't know.
See, I never knew. I still thought it was.
Oh, my God.
I thought he was Alexis's dad.
I called that shit like 25 minutes in. I'm like, oh, Wizard's his dad.
See, I thought
Are
he
you
married.
saying-
I
I
thought he
thought you were
married
asking-
into it.
Yeah, okay. Well, first, I thought you were asking how long did it take for me to realize that was Jimmy Smith. Like, I didn't realize that till the very end.
Oh,
Like,
no, sorry.
you're
How long did it take
laughing.
you to realize Jimmy Smits was his father?
But either way, didn't realize until the end.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
I'm with
feel
Caitlin.
better.
I thought he married into it because he would only talk to Alexis on the phone and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I was like, oh, he's like married into it. He's a little bitch.
But
then
we're
when
on the
lady's
same page
like,
that
keep
Jimmy
her-
Smits is his father, not his father-in-law.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
That was a surprise to
Well-
me. And then the ladies like keep Alexis out of the dark or whatever. She
That's
goes
his
so about the
sister.
business. I was like,
Yeah, it's
the
his sister.
family's in the fucking. Her dad's the wizard. What is she talking about? So I guess I should have seen it coming right there. But overall, I thought it was good. I didn't think Shia was as over the top as maybe the trailers kind of made him seem.
Did you think he was doing brown face?
I mean, he didn't straight up get painted or anything, thank God. But you know, he was definitely doing more of an accent than I think even the Hispanic actors were doing. Like
Yeah,
I think
so-
they just sounded like normal Americans, and then Shia's doing a little bit of the ole vato.
Did you-
Nothing's happened yet.
Did you want to nuzzle into his ears?
No, I did write that down too. What the fuck is his ears actually like that?
No,
Or Shia's?
no,
That's
it was
his
a
character
choice.
thing?
It was a choice.
I was a little disappointed that, I mean, you see him like kind of after he's cut some people up, I guess, but you never really see Shia go full badass,
Thank
which I was
you.
a little disappointed
That's
in.
what we've all
I agree.
said.
We've all said that. We agree. He doesn't ever really. I mean, you see him in a flashback shoot someone in the head, and then you see him cutting up people in a flashback scenario. But
Like, yeah,
I want to see him
dragging someone by the neck with a belt. But like, yeah, I was ready for a scene, and I was a little disappointed that it wasn't him that got to go out and do the.
I agree.
Tale. I get
Yeah.
it, David, but it would have been much cooler if it was. Shia
I
LaBeouf.
would love to see this movie shot with Shia as David's character.
as Bobby Soto's character, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, and they build
I
this.
thought
They
he
build this as a
was
Shia
gonna
movie, and it wasn't a Shia movie. It's a Bobby
would've
Soto
been better.
movie.
I like him as the enforcer, but I think he could have done a lot as the dad / husband.
Yeah.
Keenan, did you
And
like?
they bring up. Oh, what?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say they bring up a lot. I mean, it's called the fucking tax collector. In the first 30, 40 minutes are them like going around collecting taxes, but then they just pretty much abandon that shit. It's really the Conejo movie or whatever.
Conejo,
whatever the fuck.
The
yeah, I can't.
Cojones
You know,
It's the scary bad
the
guy movie.
Cojones movie. And that dude was a scary bad guy. I'll give him that when he's fucking
It's
doing
the
human
hot chick
sacrifices and
With
shit.
boobies
Ugh.
and an AK.
Yeah, Keenan,
movie.
were you attracted to Conejo's #1 enforcer, who's the female version of Shia? I thought she was so fucking hot.
She was hot. What threw me for a loop is at the end there were two of them. There was the one that was in bed with him, and then the one that the bone guy gets
Stab
into the
bones
fight
in the
with
leg.
and kills.
Mhm.
Yeah, stab bone in the leg.
There was.
So at first, I thought when he killed the one, I was like, "Oh, that bitch is dead." But then next scene, there's another one in bed with him. So I don't know which one was which, but yes, they were both very attractive.
And she could have had a better death scene too.
I agree.
He just kind of shot her like
Very anticlimactic.
As nuts as she was, she could have had a very
However,
awesome death scene.
the chick that was fighting Bones, the whole time I'm like,
Bone,
Josh.
singular. It's not bones.
Okay, Bone. I'm like, that just sounds wrong. I was like, Josh,
the guy that
Josh, this girl needs to know that if she wants to fight like a man, she gonna get fucking stabbed like a dude.
Yeah. Well, no, but she was good with it though.
In the chest.
I didn't go
they
that
kind of,
far into it.
Like, I guess some of the sloppy, I don't know. I thought it was weird that they did the callback to the fucking jujitsu scene or whatever for that last scene. Like, that was kind of weird callback. And then they kept focusing on that candle, like that had tipped over. I was like, oh, he's going to burn alive then. And nope, that doesn't happen either. So just get out of there, I guess.
Almost
I don't
burned
know.
alive.
So
Bone saved him.
Keenan, have you seen End of Watch?
I have. It's been a long time, but I've seen it.
Do you think who's a scarier bad guy, Conejo or Big Evil?
Well, I'm going to have to give it to Conejo just because that's more recent. I need to see End of Watch again. The thing I remember most about that movie is that Jake Gyllenhaal's chewing throughout like the whole movie and spitting in plastic bottles, which I was doing back in college when I saw that. I was like, this movie's giving us our dippers, our props. But I'm not a dipper anymore, so fuck that.
Good, you don't want to lose your jaw.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. Very
That's the end of that
insightful.
story.
All right, well, Keenan, you got anything else?
I did write down. Hold on, let me see. Oh, the face on the road when they hang that guy out of the fucking van and like they bring him back in, he's just straight up Two-Face. Like, goddamn, the makeup was pretty good in this movie for some of the graphic shit. Even after he bashes Conejo's head in, like, fuck, that face was gone.
Yeah, I agree. You got to see like the inside of his skull once he was grinding his face on the pavement.
Yeah.
Are you guys making fun of me?
I just looked down on the floor. You have 4 empty cans on the floor.
I told you, I drink when I do this podcast. I go through 4 or 5, and we've been going about an hour.
I feel like an alcoholic because I've got 2 here, and I'm like, should I save this one for the chugging or should I open it now?
No. I don't.
Should I save it?
I go for it when I drink. I go for it.
I mean, you live here, so that does help.
Yeah,
you live here.
I live here
in this domicile.
I did write. I like George Lopez's head in the cooler too. That was good makeup for his head.
Yes.
I was like, oh,
see,
fuck, that's pretty
I
graphic.
disagree. I thought his head looked like garbage. I thought that was terrible. It looked,
On purpose.
why is it on purpose?
I like
got beat up.
It was the bloated,
Okay.
severed head.
And your head doesn't look good when you're dead.
We've established that.
As far as fake heads go, it was a decent fake head. I could tell it was George Lopez for whatever that was
It
worth.
was better than the baby in American Sniper.
It wasn't. It wasn't Gwyneth Paltrow. You know.
Are you talking about
quality.
7?
Yeah, that was a real good fake head.
Yeah.
Oh, that was.
That's what I'm saying. It's not Gwyneth Paltrow quality, but it was pretty good.
That was the pinnacle of fake heads.
Exactly.
In movies.
It got used in
All
2
right.
movies. It was
I'll
so
leave
good.
you guys with this. You guys need Jesus, homies. I need more carrots, dog.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Because he was putting carrots in her butt.
Yeah, we should talk about that. Yeah, that's funny because he's said you need Jesus. No, I need more carrots. He doesn't need Jesus. He just wants to stuff carrots up girls' butts.
I already fucked every bitch in their hood anyway. Let's go take their money.
Oh, God damn it! Now you're stepping on my notes, Keenan.
All right, well,
you,
that's all I got for you. I'll talk to you guys next week. Hopefully,
Bye.
be back in the studio.
All right.
Bye, Keenan.
Hey, hopefully that test is negative, my brother. The HIV and the COVID.
I love you, Keenan.
That's right.
I love you, Keenan.
All right, love you guys. Bye.
One love. I love you too.
The STD and the COVID. Which I just noticed this in watching the screen. The Rob is missing its head on screen.
I know it's.
But you know what works really well? Kapow!
The nut punch in the Rob.
Don't treat Pinata Rob like that.
Technically, that's how you're supposed to treat Pinata Rob.
Don't leave Pinata Rob alone. He's been through a lot.
Technically, you're supposed to keep hitting him until he breaks.
All right. Move on to my notes.
I've been told if I break him, I'm in trouble.
This is good. This is going to be a long episode
good Pinata
because
Rob, though.
I took 2 pages of notes thinking that I needed to fill time. We're already at an hour and we haven't even done my
You
notes.
shouldn't have doubted us.
Yeah, I can talk.
Well,
And I watched it twice just so I had enough to fill for Keenani's time.
okay. So the first thing I have is, obviously, and this goes back to the poor writing, Chris, that I agree with you about. It was really corny how Alexis's dream just foreshadowed the entire movie at the beginning, like in the first scene.
The
But
glass.
that works.
Yeah.
That works
I don't think it does.
in other movies.
Yeah, but
This one,
it was too deliberate. It was just like, oh, this is like.
I think if it wasn't the opening scene,
Yeah.
like maybe if like a day later,
It wasn't
she
a
had
subtle
terrible
foreshadow.
dream.
It was like telling you what was going to happen immediately. It's like, this is how this movie's going to end.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Sorry, I was also very drunk when I wrote these. I said, yo,
Shocker.
if my dad yanked my tooth out, I'd be pissed.
Oh, yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah.
That was really
And
weird.
not really.
No, you don't
Because,
yank
like,
your child's tooth out.
You
Well,
guys
it's
are
just-
hold on. You guys are boys. Girls, like as a kid, I was much more afraid to pull my own teeth out.
So, like, your people would just be like,
So your dad would just pull it out?
got it.
No, sometimes like I would bite something and it would come out, but like
Yeah.
you don't want to swallow it. It's uncomfortable.
Well, I'm not saying swallow it. I'm also
But he was saying it was loose enough that she would swallow it.
okay. Well, maybe just do the door technique where you just tie a string to a door and you
That
just
hurts, like-
slam it.
No. You don't want to pull a tooth out forward because then it hurts your gums. You want to pull it straight down, which is what he did.
Oh, what are you, a dentist? Okay.
I
did
worked
the-
in an adult ER. Trust
did
me,
the
we saw a
floss
lot of
thing.
tooth issues, okay?
The relationship between hardened criminals and religion always fascinates me. Like, because David is objectively a bad person, but he prays all the time, and he like it's strange that he does all these bad things, but he's just like, but I pray and I believe in God. But
Has he killed anyone, or did you just have Creeper do it? Up until the end, of course.
what's the difference? He's involved in it.
Some people can separate like that. And that's what Creeper's like. You can't compartmentalize.
Yeah, so I mean, he
does
does
say that.
He
He
does
does say that,
let the
too.
guy keep the 20 grand to help his kid who has leukemia. So, I mean, he's not.
Creeper's like, I'm going to hell, and I've made peace with that.
I- Peace with
And,
that.
and I'm
said it in his
I respect
gangster
that.
Creeper way.
Yeah, he's like I'm going. You're going to hell, man. He's like, yeah, but I'm at peace with that. I'm like, yeah, I understand. I can relate to that so much more than someone who does awful things every day of their life and is like, yeah, but I believe in God and
However-
I'm religious and I'm going to go to heaven. It's like, no, you're
No, do you think David believes he's going to go to heaven?
Yes.
Or do you think he just prays and is so religious so his children and his wife can have a chance? He does not believe he's going to heaven.
I think he does.
He has no. He knows better.
No, I don't think he does.
He knows better. I think he prays to keep his children and his wife safe and to give them a chance at getting into heaven.
And
Okay.
so he
Because
can
they're
li-
innocent in all this.
And so he can live with the things that he does.
Exactly.
Oh,
Because
that's
if he
interesting.
if he can keep them safe and he can repent for his sins, it makes him feel better.
So you think that being religious, he's not only trying to make sure his wife and his children are,
He's trying to live with himself.
yeah. That makes sense.
He wouldn't
okay.
be able to live with himself if he didn't have something to hold on to. And now,
The religion,
you all know I think religion is
the
garbage.
religion
but
almost
if that's what helps-
rationalizes his actions. I get it.
Exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't work with the wife, though. She
Well,
died.
she may have gone to heaven.
Gonzo.
Fucking harsh, bro.
Yeah, Gonzo.
She might have still gone to heaven.
Dude,
She may have been to heaven.
She just counted the
could have
money.
been to
She
heaven,
was
but
fine.
he didn't protect her.
if you believe in stupid constructs like that, yeah. David Soto's wife David Soto's cousin is a real piece of shit. His cousin, the one where he walks in and she opened an hour late. She starts smoking weed immediately, and she steals from the register.
Yeah, but she follows everybody around.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
carries all the money to the money girl, though. So, like, she knows that she's important and he can't get rid of her.
That was a weird element.
The,
It never
the shop is
went
a front.
anywhere.
The shop is a front.
Of course, it's a front, but it's just
Let
like
them let her run the front and be high all the
What was it a shop for, by the way?
I don't know.
Vapes.
Cars.
Vapes. Oh, that.
How'd you pick that up, Caitlin?
That chick.
So they had the display case, the spinning display case,
Oh, I missed that.
and it had different labels on the side.
Oh, so it was a vape place. Okay,
I think so.
I didn't even see that.
Your Vaporade.
That's a dude. Trademark that. That's a fucking great brand name.
Vaporade.
Vaporade. Holy shit. That
I don't know. I just said it.
you're
now.
a marketer, sir.
You're a marketer. You are.
I always think it's
Houses.
given
Houses are-
given Creeper's job description, I find it weird that he wears a 3-piece suit to work every day.
I fucking love it.
No,
that's very in the Hispanic community. Okay, so my dad works for the union, and so a lot of his friends and coworkers are Hispanic, and they pride themselves on being very well dressed, no matter what they're doing.
Okay.
Like they can be golfing to the nines.
Soto wasn't dressed all that nice. He had like a leather jacket on, but he
He
wasn't.
was dressed. He
He was dressed well in the beginning.
He was dressed very purposeful. Put it that way.
Okay.
He wasn't just throwing his shit together.
And
A lot of
like,
jewelry.
I love, one of the things I love about the Hispanic culture, any Hispanic country, is that they really pride themselves on their day-to-day look. Like, I showed up, Josh was like, yeah, you can't show up in your pajamas if you're recording. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But like, they dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shia looked good.
Yes.
You looked good. Oh shit! What I forgot. We talked about Shia's accent. Accents are a product of environment. I like this line. Yo, why she dressed like a security guard? Cause she's a security guard, fool.
Oh yeah, the guy with the carrot in the butt.
I thought that was funny. Why is she dressed like a security guard? Cause she's a security guard, fool. Oh yeah. So what was the point of the whole gangster sign language scene? Like, why didn't they were already talking about every like criminal
They didn't
activities,
want anyone else to know.
but why? There's like, hey, how's the count? It wasn't even real sign
They
language.
didn't do a good job.
It was real sign language. It wasn't ASL. It was that other version. Crap, what's it called?
They didn't do a good job tying together how the organization worked. Shy of like the candy bars with that, but
Yeah.
everybody was on cell phones. You know, there was a bunch of phones.
Shitty cell phones.
Shitty cell phones.
I think
Cricket
this movie would have
wireless
done a
all day
lot
long.
better.
I believe the gangsters call them burners.
They do. But I think the movie would have done a lot better if in the first hour, besides just showing us the tax collecting part, they would have explained a little bit more. Because you're right. Like, the little notes that the dude ate and then shit out when he got out of jail. And like...
Then they wrapped them in candy
Those
bars.
were very
And
clean
then-
when they got him out, though.
And then they taped him into candy bars and sent him away. Like,
Yeah.
I would have loved a little more explanation. Especially once I saw the dude eat the notes. I was like, there's something here.
So what?
How do they know he's getting out of jail in time?
Creeper says, well, Creeper
What is his point in doing all that business in jail anyway? Why do people listen to him? He's in jail.
well,
He's a wizard.
because he's the wizard.
Now, one other part about the wizard. Does the wizard kill himself?
What? No.
He's you cannot pass on the legacy and be alive. That's not how it works.
That I don't know.
I don't think he killed
Because
himself.
because he was saying like, my time has come. I love you, my
Oh,
son.
he
all
knows
this
he's
stuff.
going to be killed soon.
Exactly.
I
Is
don't
he
think he
killing
kills
himself, or does he know he's going to be murdered?
I did not pick up on this at all.
I think he knows he's
I
going
watched
to be
this movie
killed.
twice.
I think he knows he's going to be killed soon because they killed the 3 people in the prison cell. They had them all sitting down.
Okay,
there
so
above
that
the walls.
completely kiboshes my entire theory about him setting up this whole scenario to make.
I think he may have set it up, but I don't think he expected the backlash to be as bad. I don't think he expected Alexis to get killed. I think he just wanted a little challenge for David to kind of prove that he could be.
I would think he knew it was coming, and maybe I don't know. I don't think he had a major role in getting it set up. I think he knew it was coming because he knows his time's coming close to an end.
I mean, he could have not set it up.
Oh,
he could have.
that's-
He could have
acted
simply.
accordingly.
He could have simply let that guy know. The bad guy. What's his name? Conejo.
Conejo.
He could have simply let Conejo like, "Hey, I'm in prison. There's an opening, bro."
Yeah, Get in
And that
there.
could have been it. He was the few.
Had I know the position was open, I would have applied for it.
They would have been laughed in your face.
The only position you're going to be in is the guy with the carrot in her butt.
Probably. I'm not gonna argue that. The next thing I have is
I bought my microphone.
oh god damn it, I lost my place.
Because you're thinking about how good that carrot will feel in your butt.
Probably. Oh no, we talked about the carrot. It's so funny because I'm looking at my notes. I'm like, where? I was about to talk about the carrot.
Carrot. That's all he's for.
And then Keenan stole my thunder. I love this line. Let's take their money. I already fucked every bitch in their hood.
I love that.
Here's
Yeah,
that
that was good.
13.
That was pretty good.
He's no longer Rage and Robbie's Carrot Rob.
Carrot Rob. Yeah, we talked about Gata's smoking fucking hot.
She's very attractive. She's a bad guy.
Dude, Shia's got a fucking arsenal. He's like, I got a 380 on each ankle, a 38 on my right, 25 on my left, chopper in the trunk, Glock in my belt. Jesus
go.
Christ.
Loaded.
And
Go.
David goes, "You get too excited." I'm like,
You get too excited, homie.
but like, that's his job to be excited about killing.
No, Shia was really good. Shia
He was great in this movie. And that's the thing. I know people gave him shit like cultural appropriation. He's pretending to be Hispanic. No, I don't think he's pretending to be anything. He could have simply been a white dude raised in that environment, grew up super violent, and he was like, "This is who I want
I
as
think
my
he's an actor
bodyguard."
that can play about any kind of role.
Dude, he's
Any kind.
fantastic.
Like he can play any kind of role.
Anyone else notice that Gata was wearing stiletto boots when she was doing the hit on like Shia and when Shia gets kidnapped? Who the fuck does a hit in stiletto boots?
I would.
That gal.
Don't get me wrong, she looked great doing it.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
I'm all about that.
Okay, no, I mean
You gotta have swagger.
Also,
yes, swagger.
back to Shia being murdered. I physically had to turn away when they were nailing spikes into his calves because
that was bad.
That
was tough to watch.
That sucked.
I don't think you guys understand how many nerves and muscles are in your lower legs.
I don't understand, but I know enough to know that it's awful.
I have not had spikes through my legs, but I've cut myself, and I've got enough scars on there that it's not great.
Yeah, Chris is he's nailed his hand to a fucking wall.
My dad's done that.
Yeah.
And I told him to get a tetanus shot, and you know what he told me? Okay. You know what he did?
Didn't get a tetanus shot. Yep, that sounds like Chris.
I respect that.
So, was anyone else really underwhelmed?
Every 10 years, friend. Every 10 years.
Every 10 years,
yeah,
get
you're
it?
fine.
I'm
Just a
out of
booster.
date.
Hey guys, I want to make sure you guys get closer to your mics when you speak, so we can.
I'm out of date on my
we're having a
tetanus.
There we go.
We're having a side conversation while you talk.
We're talking about health.
Well, but I need you guys to be engaged in this thought that I'm having.
Okay, what's your thought?
Was anyone else underwhelmed by the amount of money that was on the table, but the actual count was? Like, there was so much at the end when he digs up all
when he
that
digs up
money.
the-
He's like, 1.5 million. I'm like,
6.
what?
1.6.
I thought there was at least $7 million there.
1.6.
Whatever.
1.6. From
Have
an armored
you
robber.
ever seen 10,000 in hundreds?
No.
Not very big. About this thick.
They did that in Horrible Bosses. There was a big deal. They
Yeah.
had the
About
15,
this thick.
and they're like, I thought it would be more, and it's not.
Also, I hate the side story that him and Creeper robbed an armored car.
No, I love that. That's my next note. I love that side story. I want the prequel. I want to see the prequel where David and Shia
Here's the
rob
thing.
the armored truck.
How many people have gotten away with robbing an armored truck?
I don't know. I
You know
don't.
when the
It's a
last
movie.
one-
I don't
No,
care.
You know when the last one was?
The town?
No, I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you a movie after this. It was great. In fact, we should do it on this. We should do it on this podcast.
Okay, go ahead. Tell us what.
Oh, it's called Masterminds. It's about it's got Owen
is that Zach
Wilson
Galifianakis?
and Zach Galifianakis. Yeah,
Oh
that's the
yeah,
last
Kristen Wiig. I've seen that movie.
It's the last time an armored car was robbed and
That's
successfully.
the true story. Yeah, but I'm not talking about true stories. I'm talking about fiction.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I can suspend belief so far, but like you robbed an armored car, you getting caught.
You like Harry Potter,
I like
That's
Harry
a whole
Potter.
fantasy world.
right? So
is
is
the
movies.
real world.
Oh, stop it.
I like Harry Potter. What does that have to do with anything?
Well, but she's like, well, I can only suspend my
I think you'd definitely be
disbelief
a
for so
Ravenclaw.
much.
No, a Gryffindor. You'd be a
I'd
Gryffindor.
be a Gryffindor.
Rob would be a Hufflepuff, though.
Yeah.
Hufflepuff.
He'd be a Hufflepuff trying to be a Slytherin.
Bro,
I'm a Slytherin.
I'd
You're a
totally.
Slytherin?
Oh yeah.
I'd be a
Yeah, I'd be
Hufflepuff.
Gryffindor the day long.
I'm not trying to be insensitive, but is oh no, yeah. Is no one calling the front desk while David's just like howling in the bathtub with his dead wife while he's cleaning? I mean, he was clearly like,
But you also have to think: does the hotel know who he is? And they're like,
oh,
leave him
fair,
alone.
good, yep, good.
Do they
point.
pay taxes?
Good point.
We don't know. Does the hotel?
Yeah,
pay
I don't
taxes?
know that the hotel, him not getting busted in the hotel is a problem for me.
Hey, you know,
That's the thing. There's always like VIP, and that was a VIP room. There's always suites and penthouses where they're just like, whatever they fucking do, leave them alone.
I was thinking, actually, his prints are all over the place, and the wife is a cleaner, so, like, if the authorities did get involved, he'd be the prime suspect.
Oh no, you know he called someone up and was like, "My wife got murdered.
By the
Someone
way,
needs to clean the scene.
clean
She's in
that
the
up."
tub."
one more thing, guys. What is Kaneho doing in the scene where he gets killed? Where it looks like he's trading stocks on that computer and just pounding out like
That's what
80
he
words
is.
a minute. What is he doing?
I think he's robbing bank accounts.
That's how you run the streets. They're very technically savvy right now.
Yeah, he's just on his computer. There's like this. There's the whole line of numbers just moving around, and you're like,
And they're
what
like
is he
11
doing?
voices. Yeah.
He's working on his gay porn empire.
He's working on his gay porn empire.
Well, he
He's-
should hire me as a consultant.
He's ordering more carrots.
Also, we talked about
He's trademarking
Bone a little bit, but I really
Diane the Buff.
Guy in the Buff. I really enjoy Bone the character.
And Guy in the Buff.
And Guy in the
Bone
Buff.
Get together.
Yes, Guy in the Buff Bone. No, I enjoy Bone's a great character. I enjoy him a lot. It's not realistic by any means. It's very naive, but I enjoy his character.
I don't know about naive. I think there are definitely treaties of you treat us with respect, we'll treat you with respect. Stay on your side of the line, I'll stay on my side of the line. They talk about that in the book I read.
Yeah.
The justification I came
Would they
up-
help each other? Probably not.
No.
But once again, the whole thing, even in the beginning when they returned that guy to the Bloods, he was like, you know, this is not our time.
Homie's
We need
tripping
to stay-
personal.
We need to stay on the good side. Like, we gotta work on our redemption.
We got
our
business
good-
with the Bloods.
What they could have been trying to do, since now that David is going to be the king,
Get in the good graces.
he could have been getting in the good graces on that. So they could have done a better job showing the motivation of like, no, we really want to get behind
maybe
it.
he knew the wizard and was like, I know the wizard's passing it down.
And so you need so it could have just been a strategic move on their part, and they could have played it that way, and it probably would have been better.
This
Interesting.
movie needed a lot more explanation.
Yeah,
On
shy of him
stuff.
just showing in there, like showing up to a blood party, crying. Can I talk to the boss?
Right,
please?"
exactly. He's just like, oh, homie,
here
up
for
here name
bones.
dropping you. I need writers with heart.
I'm here for bones.
Yeah,
And you Dr.
soul
Bones.
surfers,
Soul skaters.
soul skaters. They need
I'll say soul surfers end up with one arm. So
Yeah, I saw
That's a
that
movie.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, that is a
That chick
movie
that got her
called
arm bit
Soul-
off,
Oh yeah.
All right, you know what time it is.
tipsy trivia.
It's time for Tipsy Trivia.
Good timing today.
Do you know the genesis of that soundbite? That's Calvin actually farting into his mic.
That's why
This
no one wears his
surprises
headset.
me zero about.
If
Calvin.
anyone wears his headset, they get pink eye.
Right. It was with this headset, and no one other than him wears this headset now because he literally just
You'll get pink eye.
he sat on it
That
and
is
did that, and that's
And it recorded.
that's him.
That is such a Calvin thing to do. Like that is such a Calvin thing to do.
All right, this portion of the podcast where we have 5 trivia-based questions from the film. If the two people here get 3 or more correct, they don't have to shotgun and I do, and vice versa, but inevitably we'll end up shotgunning, but probably it'll just be me.
I'll skin him alive.
The tattoo
Let
is
me at him.
real. I got one on the board.
Number 1, over under 2.5. How many times has Shia collaborated with David Ayer? It's 2.5. Over under is 2.5.
Under?
I'll
What
go
is with the
over
half,
since it's
though?
different. He loves to fuck
I'm just
with
gonna
us
go
like-
under.
Don't you understand how over unders work?
I know, but 2.
It's either 2 or 3,
I got
friend.
you. Okay.
I'm going to go over.
Okay.
The answer is what was your answer?
He said under.
Under
20.
it's 2. It's under. They collabed on this movie and Fury. Number 2, true or false? The creeper tattoo on Shia's chest is real.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Number 3,
It's true.
true or false? This film takes place in the same universe as Harsh Times and Training Day.
True.
True.
It is true. I thought that was awesome.
Fucking.
That was the
They're
tidbit
not
of the,
superheroes. This is not a universe.
I believe that you thought that was.
There's a David Ayer universe.
That's
he doesn't need
awesome.
one. No,
yeah,
it's
that's
not.
great.
It's not awesome.
And it's filled with C-list movies.
Shit.
No, stop it.
No.
He's directed great movies.
Fury. He's done great with Fury. End of Watch is mediocre.
Yeah, no. I won't fight you.
Back to the gay porn. Back to the gay porn. Rob.
End
wants
of Watch
to
is a
fuck.
great movie.
Yeah, the rest of them belong on USA at about 1 to 2 p.m. during the week.
All right, number 3.
TNT.
Or sorry, number 4.
It's a TNT movie.
Number 4, true or false? David Ayer went to film school.
False.
It is false. He dropped out of high school.
Yeah, no, it
fucking-
shows in this movie.
Yeah.
Stop shitting on David Ayer. He's a good director.
It shows.
This movie is not great.
yeah.
All right, well, you know this one too. True or false? Ayer has not directed a movie that takes place outside of South Central LA.
He has directed a movie that takes place outside of South
Yeah,
Central.
the answer is false.
False.
Because he directed Fury.
Whereas
Fury takes place in Germany.
I haven't seen that one. I haven't seen that
Why
one.
were these so easy?
I still got 3 out of 5.
There's not a lot of trivia on this movie.
Yeah,
It's
I've
Going
very
on
new.
Shia
1,000.
LaBeouf trivia.
I batted 1,000 on that.
No, you didn't. You missed.
Drinking Buddies.
Maybe that
Yeah,
one.
you got 4 out of 5, and I got 3 out of 5. So we're still
Oh wait,
Yeah, we're-
I guess I have to shotgun a beer then.
by yourself.
Yep.
All right.
By yourself.
We can do drinking buddies while you get prepared, though.
Yeah, we'll
My
talk about
drinking
it
buddy
when I
is
grab it.
Creeper because he's so cool.
So's mine.
That would actually probably be mine.
Okay, secondary drinking buddy.
Second drinking
Alexis.
buddy because Creeper's dead.
I would have to go with the cousin with the red tips. She seems like she's real solid, ready to go party.
I would actually. That's a pretty good one.
Thank you.
That's a pretty. She would probably be the most fun at a party.
Exactly. I would say Jimmy Smith, but he was in jail the whole time, so he can't drink.
Yeah, no, I would say she'd be the most fun at the party. When they were doing that, yeah, I'd go with that one.
Does someone have some car keys I can borrow?
Yeah.
Mine are in the truck.
You left your keys in your truck?
Yeah,
Not going to get stolen out here at the lake.
we're in White Bread, USA. We good.
Literally, there
Tell
are,
that to my mother. She won't stop overlocking doors. It's
there
annoying.
are just as many Trump signs as humans out here. So
I know. I hate
There's
it.
quite a few. There's quite a few.
I don't like it.
who would your drinking buddy be, Rob?
Well, I have 3. Shia, George Lopez, or Alexis.
Not Gata?
Oh, fuck, duh. Yeah, Gata.
He's literally talking about how hot she is for an hour.
100%
Yeah, no.
Gata.
Yeah, that just shows what you're after when you're going to drink with a lady. Gata would 100% drink.
Kill
with
you.
She would destroy me.
She would drink you under
You
the
would be
table
dead.
and then fuck you and then kill you.
There would be
Is it sad that I'm kind of into that?
kind of. There'd be 5 minutes of fun and about 2 days of torture.
Worth it.
Then you're dead.
Worth it.
Then you're dead.
Drink, 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 drink. You had one on the floor that was room temperature.
Okay. Well, thanks for telling me that now.
Well, I didn't know you would. I wasn't paying attention, friend.
We're trying to help you out.
My bad.
God damn. I'm not going to be doing anything else today.
Is that surprising
Your
to
eyes
anyone?
are a little bloodshot.
Yeah. Well, I drank.
Well, don't drink 6 beers while we're talking.
Hey,
call you
5. It's been 5.
Bloodshot
Okay.
Rob.
Plus the one you shotgunned? That's 6.
No, 5, including the one I shotgunned.
No, you got one open right now. That's 6.
Proud of you.
Ooh, good point.
Proud of you.
I can math.
Okay.
Okay.
What's this one? Oh, yeah, it's the end. All right.
What's this button?
No, they're not labeled. I forget.
I'm going to bring over my label maker.
No, but I don't want labels on them. They're color coded. I should know by the colors.
But I own a label maker.
Okay. And on that note, thank you once again for listening to another edition of Real Buzz Takes. We are the Real Buzz crew. Our guest should take us out. Chris, take us out.
Keep it. Stay frosty.
We are the Real Buzz Crew, and we review the best of the worst for you.